flag.
I like head, but don't give head. That is a red flag.
Some women give better than they take.
Yeah, no. But they need a little. What's his name? Juicy J in their life.
I saw
Get
one.
Some motivation.
I saw one. Oh, this has never happened to me before. Oh, it's the anticipation. Red flag.
That is a red flag. Absolutely.
That's why I always go and giving my shortcomings. Literally.
No, it's a no. It's a no.
It's a no for you, dog?
No. No.
Any more red flags, guys?
Good morning, sis. Good morning, y'all. Kareem didn't let me say good morning to y'all this morning.
Morning,
Good
guys.
for sale. Good morning, Mara. Good morning. Why Mara not talking?
Huh?
Mara's here. Why she not talking?
Mara not talking too much? Red flag. Morning, sis. Save yourself.
Oh, who's this? Afro-Caribbean?
Afro-Caribbean doc.
Good morning to you, darling. Wonder boy. Good morning.
You wanted is getting
Sweet
violent.
and wicked. Good morning again.
Nasty woman who not wrap feminine products up thoroughly.
Facts. Sorry, I mean to scream, but yes. I feel like you don't know how to wash your coochie properly. I feel like you don't even know how to take care of yourself. I bet you still stink all year round. Okay, that's how I feel when you don't even know. Like, oh my god.
Good morning, Mr. Brooklyn Maid. Good morning, Alimon. Good morning. Welcome, guys.
The Chochi Man. Good morning.
Sunshine. Good morning.
Ooh, Chinatown. Good morning.
Chinatown locked in.
The Jack Star. Good morning.
So you know what? It's the top of the first hour. We're gonna take that quick pause. And for this break, I have this young lady here. She has a song. She's a friend of the station. We did something with her, I think, in the summer of 2020. Her name is Ashley Wilcox. She is one of the founders of a nice little business. It's called La Boy Mass. We definitely did a nice little presentation in the backyard here
last year.
In 2020. The concept that she has was pretty much she's setting up a band, but everybody bring their own costume. So it would be kind of a do-it-yourself, DIY concept. She would give the theme and provide the material, but everybody would have their own interpretation.
DIY?
Yeah, a DIY.
I'm sitting here like, no, it's usually DIY.
DIY. So she actually jumped into the soca arena. And she has a song. So
oh really?
Yeah. So for this break, we're gonna take in this song from Ashley. The name of the song is Straight No Chaser. Let's see, guys. Give it some love. Feedback is appreciated, but be positive with it. No negativity around here. I listened to the first mix, so they actually had the song since like early July, but they took it back and they did some work on it. So this is the new version. She actually did a video for it. So y'all gonna hear it here for the first time. Ashley, Straight No Chaser. Tell me what you think about it. Give me the drop right there real quick.
Good morning. We not stressing at all. No, we not stressing. No, we not stressing at all. I say we not stressing. I say we not stressing. I say we not stressing. Not at all. Hear this. Stress can't touch me. I want to live long and happy. Soaking up all the love under the sun. Every day I see is a celebration. Yeah.
wake-up call. Now live on the best entertainment has to offer. Good music, good times, where the culture lives.
And there we had it. Miss Ashley Wilcox. The name of the song is Straight No Chaser. She did a video to it, so I think that might be up on YouTube. So if you guys get a chance, you can go over there, give her a follow, subscribe, or just stream it. I'm not too sure if it's up on the platforms yet. But she's definitely working on that. And if you guys know Ashley, Ashley is she's a fitness fanatic. Well, that was one of her, I guess, professional background. She used to do a lot of fitness, and you can catch a lot of videos of her doing little 1-minute workouts and stuff. Very much into fitness, and she's a very, 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 very wonderful soul. So Ashley, congratulations on the single. Yes. It sounds amazing. It does. Like I said, guys, this morning I asked you guys to get uncomfortable, and that was one of her stories behind the song. Like, hey, I've been in this industry through math and other little things, and I felt like I needed to,
venture out.
Yeah, so
try new things.
I like it. It's gonna stay in the rotation. So big up to yourself, Ashley. Look it up. The name of the song is Straight No Chaser, and it's by Ashley Wilcox. Y'all can follow her on IG also. I'm gonna post the IG in a few minutes. All right? Yeah. So let me check the chat room to get some of the feedback. I need to see some feedback, guys. Tell me what y'all think.
They liked it for the most part. I ain't seen no negative comments here.
Rhythms for Sale say run it. Guys, I need to hear your thoughts. Stop being shy.
They not being shy.
Morning, Hurricane.
Yeah, I don't know how to be shy.
You probably getting the you're getting the comments ahead of me. No, I'm seeing the comments, the same comments. Yeah, I ain't seeing no feedback. I feel in a type of way. I need feedback. Give some feedback. Go go follow her on IG. Remember, every great artist had to start somewhere. I like her energy. I like her vibe. I think this will be nothing but fire going forward. So, hour number 2 officially started.
Yes, sir.
What are we gonna talk about? You know what? Let's start light.
Okay.
I see that here, Miss Megan Thee Stallion. She is dropping.
Me God.
She's called the Knee God.
Well, I'm calling her the Knee God.
Oh, that's a good name. So now the feedback is coming for the song. So let's interrupt that for a second. The Chochi man said it's a good tune, good vibes. Yeah, I agree.
Good vibes. Yeah.
Miss Kiki too said she likes the energy of it.
And got a nice little bounce to it.
Yeah, it got a nice little bounce.
Straight no chaser.
Yeah, I always take chaser, by the way. Yeah, I'm not built like that.
You know how you know you're an alcoholic?
Yeah.
When you water down your liquor with water.
Yeah. When you can drink.
And just add water to it and that's it.
Yeah.
I feel like
you're alcoholic when you could do that.
God didn't finish build your brain at that point. I don't know. Some not right. Some not right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. A little more airplay and it will stick.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I agree. We're gonna play it here. We're not afraid to play tunes, right? So we're gonna play it here. It's definitely gonna get some play here. Miss Kiki said her either. She doesn't. She has to take chaser. Yeah.
I'm not like that.
Yeah. I must put a little chaser in there. And sometimes heavy on the chaser too.
Like
sometimes when I go to a bar, right, and I ask for a drink, I see they put like and they'll put like a little dash of chaser, and they'll leave that little extra like 1/4 inch of the cup. I'm like, what you doing? I'm like, what you doing?
And I'd be like, take out the ice.
I don't even care. Keep the ice.
No, I don't want the ice.
Yeah, you're not killing me. Yeah, you're not killing me. I'm like, put more chaser. Yeah, more.
Because by the time the ice melt, like when you really get to your spot, because how fast the melt is, the ice to drink ratio be off. Okay? No, it be off. Because by the time you do 2 liquor dance, you're holding the cup, the ice melt, you have a watered down drink, and then you have chaser, and then the water from the ice, and then no, I came out to be nice, not to still be sober.
So
but still, no water.
So it looks like the overall review here is that people like the song. So guys, like I said, her full name is Ashley Wilcox. I'll post her IG in a few. Or Gigi, if you're in there somewhere, can you find Ashley's IG and put it up just in case anybody wants to go follow her. She does do a lot of like workout and fitness stuff too. So even if you ain't go there for the music, I'm pretty sure you can get something else out of it. So yeah.
She missed the tune.
Don't worry, I'll play it again.
I'm quite sure he's gonna play it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it again. So Megan Thee Stallion is dropping
sauce.
A sauce, and it's called Hottie Sauce.
Holly?
Hottie.
Hottie sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Like hottie instead of body.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Hottie Sauce is dropping at Popeyes October 19th, so pull up and get you some. Are they gonna be selling it, or is it gonna be included? Like, you know how you can ask for ketchup?
This is not Chick-fil-A, so I'm highly sure they gonna make you pay for that shit some way, somehow.
Yeah. Let me Google it too.
So my issue, because this gotta be for what you call it, the Gen Zers or something. Because why are all like I was having a conversation with my best friend last night about this. And I don't have an issue with her having the sauce, but I have an issue with all of these influencers, these entertainers who are taking some type of stake in the fast food world industry. When we already have predisposed kind of diseases that attack our people.
Mm-hmm.
And there's fast food on every block. I get you're trying to push, yourself and your brand, but how healthy is it for us? Because Sweetie has her meal in McDonald's.
Okay.
Travis Scott has a meal, I want to say McDonald's too.
I saw somebody. No, I think Travis Scott and Nelly is doing Burger King. I think.
Oh, Burger King, whoever. But
have it your way or something like that.
It's all fast food. Like, what happened to singing little jingles for these fast foods, but actually haven't? I just don't like the fact that you're adding to, the fast food industry in that way.
I don't think these people think about that. All they think about is money and pushing their brand. So shout out to the people that can really stick to a point and
So Migos had Popeyes, and then they had the chips too. Didn't everybody had the chips?
Which chips?
But they had like their brand. I think Lay's. Was it Lay's? One of those chip companies. Everybody had their own chip.
Yeah, I think everybody's just chasing the bag and they don't care what else comes with it.
People's dead ass eat that shit, so I don't understand.
In speaking about chasing the bag, I wanted to deviate real quickly with this story here. Kyrie Irving signed a pretty huge. He has a pretty huge contract with the Brooklyn Nets. I think he was owed about $30 million this season. Decided that he wasn't going to get vaccinated. Now, New York City has a vaccine mandate that was going to keep him from playing all the home games, including the including the Knicks game, because Knicks is also in New York City. So he was going to miss approximately 43 games. And he was going to lose his salary for that. The other games on the road, a lot of the other cities doesn't have the vaccine mandate, so he was going to be able to play. And for the most part, he started practicing with the team. However, the team decided that they needed him to stay away, so they told him, "Go home, don't come back until you can be here fully invested." What they are going to do though is still pay him for the away games. Okay. Right? Because it was their decision to keep him away from the team. So they're going to pay him for the away games, but he's going to lose his salary on all the home games that he was supposed to play.
Damn. I mean, but he got a lot of money. He be alright.
Huh?
He got a lot of money. He be alright.
Yeah, but sometimes these guys are doing a lot. They have big families. They have a lot of people that they're supporting. So the millions add up. Yeah,
It definitely-
if
I
that
mean-
money doesn't keep coming in, it makes a
I'm
difference.
quite sure he has endorsements too on
Yeah,
top of
yeah,
that.
yeah. He has Nike and he
So-
has a couple other endorsements. So, a little something will come in, but your bread and butter of that everyday, every week check,
Yikes.
right? So it says USA full of shit and I'm not feeling the BS mandate. So I mean Kyrie came out and he said, yeah, he understands. This is not a political stance. This is not no stance to aggravate people or anything.
He's like, I just don't want to, and I
Yeah.
just don't want to. I
He
mean,
said
I
that-
don't feel no type. He legit doesn't feel no type of way. He's not heartbroken about it. He doesn't feel disrespected. He's just like,
Right.
it is what it is.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it gives some time to stay home with his family.
So Miss Kiki said he's sticking to his guns on this. He is. You wanted to say, why can't the Nets offer him weekly testing? That's not going to work for indoors. Brooklyn is not. I mean, New York is not offering that anymore. You have to be fully vaccinated to go into like big,
If
stadiums
they
and
had
stuff
a
like that.
stadium in Long Island, he would have been quite all right.
Okay, so there we have it. But he ain't over there, and because of that, yeah, that's why they can't offer him the weekly testing you wanted. So, I think Kyrie has backed himself into a corner. I think he wants to get it, but because he's been so outspoken in the past, he can't do anything right now because they'll be like, oh my God, he caved, right? What a sellout. So with the ego of being called a sellout, I think he's sticking to his guns. But I don't think, because Brooklyn has a chance to be special
Yes.
this season with Kyrie, James Harden, and Kevin Durant all available, all healthy. Brooklyn has a chance to be scary, and I think he's feeling that. I think he's feeling that, and he got backed into a corner. But when you look at Kyrie's history in terms of all the places he has been, this is kind of his MO. This is his modus operandi. When he left Cleveland, it was because he felt like he wanted to be the man and he didn't want to be around LeBron anymore. When he went to the Celtics, he pretty much just quit on that team. I think it was the 7th game or so. He took bad shots at one point. I think he didn't even take one shot in the fourth quarter of that elimination game the last game he played in Boston. Even the first season for the Nets, for Brooklyn, when the lockout, not the lockout, but when the whole Corona and the bubble thing came up, he was one of the guys that didn't want to go to the bubble. He was trying to get everybody to boycott, while the rest of the NBA players was trying to get in there. So he has a long track record of being difficult. And even last season, when that whole bubble thing was finished, he disappeared on the Nets for a whole week last year. Just disappeared.
Didn't say nothing. Nobody knew where he was at. Had work to show up to.
Nobody knew where he was at.
He lit.
He was like, I wasn't feeling it. I'm just gonna take some time off. Screw who doesn't know a does know. He just disappeared. A multi-million-dollar, and for the most part, that's a product people are paying to come and see you play. He disappeared for a week. Coach did not know where he was. GM did not know where he was. Then he showed up a week later.
Like, hey everybody, what's up?
But he went to some big birthday party, no protocols in place, when he wasn't supposed to do that. So I'm not giving Kyrie credit for anything right now. I'm not giving him
He's just
credit.
difficult.
Yeah, and this is somebody who said the earth is flat.
Wait, what?
Yeah. He said the earth is flat. There is no proof to say that the earth is round. Kyrie said that. So I'm not giving him any credit. I'm sorry. I'm not giving him...
Okay, Christopher Columbus.
So DJ Trick said it's almost narcissistic. Yeah, it is. It is almost narcissistic. So I'm not giving him credit for anything. If this is indeed like a honest, heartfelt stance he's taken, then okay. But based on everything that he has done and his track record, I have a hard time kind of getting on the Kyrie bandwagon on this one. So Kyrie, I'm gonna give it a hard pass on this one. Go get your vaccine, go play some basketball. That's my take on it. And again, I'm not anti-vax or pro-vax or whatever the case is. Everybody has a reason to everybody has have a right to make the choice for themselves. So Annie says he is a very, very difficult person to deal with. I agree with Kareem. Yeah. So Kyrie, any Nets fans here? Shout out to you guys. I honestly think the Nets are better without Kyrie.
I said, wow.
And here why. I think they're a better team in the team construct.
But when you don't have that quote unquote troublemaker distracting the class.
Right.
Your class is typically more
even though that person
productive.
in the class is smart, right? Because he's undeniably just as good as, well, I wouldn't say arguably, but he's definitely on James Harden and Kevin Durant's level. Not necessarily better than them as individual players, but
you're a troublemaker.
But he to me, minusing him from the team, I think Brooklyn is a better team for it. The ball is going to get distributed more, and
Rhythm said they are not better without the best point guard in the NBA.
I do not think Kyrie's the best point guard in the NBA. Kyrie's technically not a point guard.
So for the dumb people in the back of the classroom, what's a point guard?
All right, so the point guard is usually the person predominantly handling the ball, right? So there are 5 positions, and for the ladies, or the fellas who probably is not too versed in sports, usually have 5 positions in basketball. You have a center, a power forward, a small forward, a shooting guard, and a point guard. Shooting guard.
I never heard half them names. Okay, continue. Learn to me.
The shooting guard is usually the person who is usually the best shooter in the team.
The dribbler.
No, the dribbler is the point guard.
Oh.
So that's the person who's tasked with bringing that ball up, passing it. So he's usually the best ball handler.
Okay.
And Kyrie this is what I would give him, the best ball handler in the NBA. That there's no doubt. But as a point guard, when I think of point guard, I'll think I'll probably put Chris Paul in front of Kyrie.
So like a Michael Jordan was
shooting guard. Kobe shooting guard.
Okay.
Kevin Durant small forward. Yeah. So you know, when you talk about point guard, you talk about you definitely want to say Chris Paul would come up at the top of that list. Even James Harden, I think, is a better point, even though that's not his natural position. But he brings up the ball more and distributes the ball a lot more than Kyrie. Yeah.
Interesting.
So Rhythm for Sale, all the positions was made for novices to understand, but the positions are really blended now. Yes, Rhythm for Sale, that's absolutely correct. Basketball is largely a positionless game now, because you have big guys who typically would probably play like a power forward or a center. They're outside on the 3-point line shooting threes and stuff like that. So basketball has evolved a lot, but those positions kind of remain just to, I guess, you know, make it easy for people to figure out where they might be best at.
Gotcha.
Right? So yeah, enough of sports. I don't want to lose anybody. Selector Janal, KD's a point center, bro. Yeah, you could say that. Probably you would probably say a point forward, not point center. Like Scottie Pippen is kind of in the vein of what KD's doing. Somebody who can handle the ball, can shoot it really well, and could still distribute it for a little bit. But I wouldn't put point in front of KD because KD's not necessarily a ball distributor. I would probably put LeBron as a point center / point forward if we want to really get technical with it. Steph is definitely, I would say Steph is a better point guard than Kyrie, but just like Kyrie, I wouldn't say Steph is necessarily a point, right? Steph is more of a shooting guard. Even on his team, he don't handle the ball the most, Draymond is the person that really,
I've never heard of a Draymond.
yeah, Draymond Green. He's usually.
One day I'm gonna go to and watch a basketball game.
I can't believe we're having a full sports discussion here this morning. I
feel
literally
like-
stay away from sports for that reason, because once I get into the weeds
know.
there, I can go for
You
hours.
can get lost.
Yeah. Yeah. So I see we have a few KD fans in here. Where the Nets fans at? Sunshine is a Nets fan. She's representing heavy. DW Sunshine, good morning. I saw you dropped in a little bit earlier, so I want to say good morning to you before I forget. Selector Janal or
See, let me tell you, seeing that name just cracks me up because that's how my father pronounces my name.
Janal?
Janelle.
Oh, Janelle.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they don't got the nail. They got the now.
Oh, so Trig say he's a Nets fan since New Jersey. Since Jersey. He had to add that day so people wouldn't call him a bandwagon fan.
Ooh, I said wow.
Nice Tricks, but I can vouch for Tricks. He has been a Nets fan quite a while. I can vouch for him. So it's Janal. All right, Janal. Good morning. Welcome to the wake up call. We were going into something else before we got in there. Let's see. Where am I? Let me go
Harlem?
back to my. Huh?
Are we going to Harlem?
Yeah, let's go to Harlem right now.
Yeah.
Let's yesterday morning in the Bronx, 14-year-old was graced by a bullet.
Not the Bronx. The Harlem is not the Bronx. The
you know
Harlem
what?
is Manhattan.
Sorry, Harlem. I apologize. Yes. So a young gentleman was grazed by a bullet, a 14-year-old. And he survived. It was only a graze, and the bullet was stopped by that divider that's between the bus driver
and the people coming onto the bus.
Right. So the bus driver was saved by that. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what will motivate somebody to fire 2 shots inside a bus. All right. It seems like they said the kid might have been the intended target.
But he's 14.
Yeah, some of these 14-year-olds out here are kind of crazy.
Like, I don't understand why.
So Gigi's with the Lakers Nation. Sunshine says she's been a Nets fan since the Jason Kidd days also. All right, guys, shout out to the Nets fans.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, shout out to the Nets fans. That was like 20 years ago.
Facts.
So I have no idea what's happening in New York.
I really be fearing for Logan because I know Logan ain't no little hood booger in the sense that he doesn't know how to handle himself
Right.
when he's in that type of crowd. Because where we live, obviously, that's gonna come about.
Yeah.
I mean, he not a born and bred Flatbushian where he could maneuver. Poor thing. I just, and he's a boy. Like, I think that's the fearful thing about being a parent to a boy. Not only just like them falling in the wrong crowd, it's the gang violence, it's the gun violence, it's just that whole. And if your kid is not strong-willed, bruh.
Yeah. So I have to say every time
14 years old?
every time I see something like that, I get a little scared for my daughter, right? Not because I think she might end up in a situation, but these guys bullets don't have no eyes, right? She could just be walking by. Somebody had that thing not stopped that bullet could have went through the bus and hit somebody on the other side of the street. Somebody driving in another
Picked up
vehicle.
until he like 17 and a half.
So that's what I'm thinking. What happened to the days like when my daughter has to go on the train, or I can't drop her off somewhere, or
We
can't
gonna
pick
Uber
her?
it. Something.
How are we gonna figure that shit out?
Because that shit don't make no sense. I
Like-
just don't understand. I don't.
It is scary. It is scary. When I saw that, I just had to shake my head. I saw a little bit of the press conference from that. The cops are treating it as possible gang related. They said they are going to take a look at that angle in the investigation, and they also said that they feel like the boy was possibly the intended target.
But a gun. Like, what happened to the days where you just jump me after school? Like,
Yeah,
I don't understand.
it's not happening no more.
I don't. I really don't understand. Like, I'd rather get beat up. I really like a whole gun. Like, what if that hit his jugular and that was it right there on the bus?
But
Like, God forbid. But it's
anybody out there who knows like kids that are getting into the wrong crowd or just getting involved into things that may end up badly. And a lot of us, we have cousins, we have brothers, we have sisters. Just have a conversation with them. Have a conversation with them, because I don't understand what will motivate somebody to want to kill somebody.
You leave your good child to go. You're going to school? Yes.
And a lot of the
Get on the
times,
bus.
it's kids killing kids.
Because they really don't know better. And they want to seem so hard and thuggish. And it's just like, bro, when you're 40 years old, I promise you, not even when you're 40, when you're 25, when you're 30 years old, that's the least of your worries, to seem how hard you are to your friends. You don't give a shit about that.
Let's read a few comments here. Steffi473 says, same here, Consuela. The anxiety I have every time my child leave home. Miss Kiki said it's very scary and it doesn't get better because they eventually want to leave from your protection. Annie says, I have a 17 and a 14-year-old boy and it's really sad. Gigi raised a good point here. We're not putting enough resources into our young men.
Facts.
And their mental and emotional health, and the streets are taking them up.
Yep.
And that's the problem. Because where we're failing to fill that gap, the streets is coming and filling in quite nicely. But like how dark do you have to be to want to shoot somebody, to kill somebody? Like I always, sometimes when I see things like that, I ask myself, can I bring myself to that space where I feel like I can kill somebody? And every time I try to put myself in that space, the answer is no.
Every single time.
Like, you know, like, I'm not saying like if I'm defending myself, I might hurt somebody, you know, bad enough to kill them.
Miss
right?
Kiki brought up a good point too. She said the community is not stronger than the gang pull anymore. And not even that. I feel like back in my days, back in your days, there was a code.
Right.
There was an unwritten rule. There was certain practices that you had to instill, even if you were doing these gang initiations or gang, you know, activity or whatever the case may be. And now it's just like it's a free for all. It's like, nah, I'm not hard enough. I'm not an OG if I don't do ABC. And it's just like, you thought the OGs back then had to do all of that? Like they want the respect so bad.
Yeah.
They want the respect so bad, but it's just like, you don't buy respect. You have to earn it.
We're getting a lot of good input this morning. Amazing. Keep it coming, guys. Gigi said we're you don't join a gang to kill. You join a gang to belong. Absolutely right. Miss Kiki to you said a lot of times it's generational too. Yeah. That's what you saw growing up. And shout out to all the young men and young women coming up that has that in their family and are strong enough to break that cycle. There was I think a program a few weeks ago we had spoken about where the city of New York is paying young men like $1,000 to stay off the streets. It's like a program. I don't know if they necessarily had to get a job, but they pretty much had to stay out of trouble and they would get like $1,000 or something like that.
Can I get that?
Gigi, I don't know if you can find the link for that story again. Maybe for anybody out there who knows somebody who's at risk, possibly we can send that their way, because a lot of times they don't be knowing. They're just on the streets because they think there is nothing else better out there. Molly said, yesterday Tristan scared the mess out of me. Tell me why he decided to take the train with his friends going his direction and get off to get on a bus and no bus. So not realizing he gets back on the train going the same direction into Manhattan. Could think he realizes to get off and switch sides, and I met him downtown. Well, I didn't play with him once we got home.
Yeah, but
I think that's an honest mistake, but yeah, understandable. Juicy Lip said there's a few low life who was spreading rumors that I was in a gang only because they would see me driving different cars and wearing lots of jewelry. Cola says boys are senseless today. An 8th grade boy walked into the girls' bathroom behind my daughter to fight her. So times are crazy. 8th grade is how old?
13, 14.
Okay. Wow. Guys, I don't know. I don't have the answers. I definitely know there's an issue there. I follow this page on Instagram. I think it's called Crime Stoppers or Crime Tips, or where they would usually put up the videos of, like crimes.
Different, yeah.
And I saw one happen over, I think was on probably Clarkson. Young guy just shot.
The one on. So that's. It's right across the street from Logan's a school.
Oh, okay.
And it's literally, the school is on this side, the store's on this side. And I saw that video, and my spirit was like, what the? The boy goes into, and it's crazy because that corner store doesn't open.
Oh, at all? They sell everything through the
No. It will go only half up, like somebody's in there, but they will close it back down. They don't the store's not open.
Oh.
The store's legit not open. So long story short, somebody walked into the store. I guess they was looking for somebody.
Yeah.
Walked back out, stood by the front door, and was just pacing in front of the corner store. The guy comes up, he goes in his face, like they not really arguing, but like he's asking him about something, and he got the little titty pouch. Takes out a gun from the titty pouch and go pop, pishing wang wang, and then runs like it was no tomorrow.
Unbelievable.
No tomorrow. And my thing is, you see a whole bunch of people in front of that. Not even in front of that store, but y'all know the greenhouse is right there.
Yeah.
West Cuisine is right there. There's always people there.
Always.
So during that time, a lot of people was just there because I think COVIDious times, it was outside was closed. So everybody just linemen. And just to see that, I don't even know, and it's not far from where I live, so it's just like
I get
to have that.
I get it.
Like to have it so close to home, that shit is bonkers.
So Gigi just shared the that link, guys. So I don't know if it's gonna make a difference, but I believe like every little bit helps. So that link is right now in the Twitch chat. You guys can click that link and head over to that link if you know anybody that's at risk displaying any behaviors that you feel like might lead to that. Please forward it to them. Even if it doesn't work, at least you tried, you made an effort. X-Paul Go Flex, good morning to you. He said, I'm 42 years old, and she made a good point because I used to care how hard I was. I got older with kids and a wife. Lol. Now I don't care about having to look or be hard. I've grown as a man and put away childish things. Bless up. Thank
Can
you.
I just say something?
Thank you
real
for
quick?
that comment. Go ahead.
Did you just say lol instead of LOL?
Yeah.
You really said lol.
Yeah, I've said that before.
I know,
We've had that discussion.
but I'm just, it be putting me in shock every single time.
I say lol.
Lol?
Yeah, I say lol.
Oh my God.
Don't you say like, do you pronounce like certain words in your specific ways?
No.
Okay, all right.
Yes,
I
but
should
no.
stop it. Should I stop? I'm asking you, should I stop?
Go ahead and just
Yeah.
lol.
He said, no, I don't care about having to look or be hard. I have grown in that way too, where like everything I had to feel like I had to resort to being the meanest, loudest person in the room. That definitely comes, I think with age comes reason, but you have to want that yourself. You have to want that
Facts.
for yourself.
And you have to be around people that want that for you.
Yep.
Because like whoever's in your group, that's why I think it's very important to have people not in quote like better than you, but like they're not on your level, because that forces you to step up. That forces you to be in positions that you don't really want to be in to benefit your life. Like you need that.
So let me just ask a question.
Best person on your team is your wife.
True. Miss Kiki says, everyone that I personally know that were in gangs did it to fit in and belong, and they are still mentally connected in them. Anybody here has been in a gang? Anybody? And you don't necessarily have to answer that question. Like what helped you get out? What was that thing that clicked and you said, you know what, enough is enough? Like, because I can't understand that feeling of walking around and being afraid to pass on a certain street.
How about just having that flag out your pocket?
You know,
just
being afraid that somebody's gonna run up on you and shoot you. Yeah, you always
anxiety.
have to be on like high alert. I can't understand how how to exist in a space like that.
It's too much.
So
it's too much.
Gigi Smart said, I love you. Oh, y'all talking about Consuela clowning on me? I can say lol. Hell, I can say lol.
So how would you say SMH? Smuh? Like, I know I be mispronouncing things on purpose.
Yeah. But so that's my little thing. That's what I do. When I see LOL, I say lol, especially if it doesn't have the dots in between. I say lol every time.
But who puts the dots in between? Do you put dots in between when you're putting LOL?
I don't put dots in between. But
you just put emojis?
Most times.
And GIFs?
Yeah, most times.
Oh my
And
Jesus.
on my phone, when I type lol, it automatically gives me the emoji.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, it's crazy out here. I really wish there was a better way for us to figure this out, because our kids are killing our kids. It's literally our kids killing our kids out there. And for the most part, I know I've seen some things that people were saying, hey, back in the day, there was a code on the street. You don't do this. Because I feel like back in the day, most of the OGs were actually older people.
Mm-hmm. Because they really been in the game from since they was a kid. Like, and they earned that respect.
A lot of gang leaders now, I think, are 20-somethings.
Facts.
So they don't have the maturity or that experience to understand that. And I think that's where the separation is coming. Miss Kiki said, I went on a date and he had his flag hanging out his pocket. That's a red flag. Red flag, Miss Kiki.
Or blue flag, whichever
one is a red flag. Whichever flag out his pocket.
I remember going to high school and just having like the wrong color. You was gonna get pressed, like on site. Yo, you repping a set?
Yeah.
And like sometimes they didn't even ask you all of that. While they beating your ass, they telling you not about to come back here wearing that color and so on and so forth. Like it's wild. Continue.
So Selector Janal says, Kareem, I have never been in a gang, but I be wanting to live past a certain age. Me too. D-Nice says, why don't we protest that on the streets of our communities?
They do.
We do.
And there's a specific organization.
Yeah.
I believe that I think their building thing is on Church and by Kings Highway.
Yeah.
But in their acronym for the name of their organization, it has, I think it is gang or something like that, and it stands for something. But yeah, they definitely goes out on the streets protesting.
You know, one of the leaders of that organization got shot in Florida and killed like 2 or 3 years ago.
For real?
He's from Crown Heights. I've met him a couple of times. Well, just in passing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when there were any, like I used to live over in over by President Street over there. So anytime they had gang violence, I used to see him right out there on the streets, you know, asking the community to come together and stuff like that. So Miss Kiki said it was a blue flag and a last date. That was in 2019. He was in his 40s.
I said, wow.
Repping a blue flag out his back pocket.
He sounded like he had grills and he had on the same Burberry drawers that he hasn't washed because he wants you to make sure that he see the Burberry.
Miss Kiki, come to New York and get you a nice man. You deserve it. Okay? You deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. Rhythm Sales says the biggest gang in America is the police. I agree. They definitely display gang tendencies in terms of no snitching.
But at least that one is beneficial. They get a pension and they get a salary and some benefits. This other one is a little ghetto. You don't get all of that.
So Annie said we should protest to save our families and kids. Yeah. So D-Nice said he's talking to George Floyd, but I don't think we should confuse the George Floyd thing with our young people killing each other. People protesting for George Floyd shouldn't take away from protesting from other things. We could do both, and I think we can do both on a high level. Because people protest against police brutality doesn't mean that we shouldn't be concerned or that and I'm putting that in quotes, the black on black crime shouldn't be something that we should be concerned about. I think there's room for us to do both and do both at a high level.
Listen, we could only talk about I hate the term black and black crime because I think it's stupid. you can only kill somebody in proximity of where you live, point blank, period. We don't know what's going on in clear people's neighborhoods because we do not live, we're not allowed to live
Right.
in a pure clear people community. To see how they function in society, because I'm quite sure they have a lot of white collar crimes, a lot of thievery, robbery, some we don't know, and those things be escalating. We just don't know because we're not clear. So I could only talk about black people because I'm black and I live in a black community, and that's all I see is black people killing other black people.
Right. And when I say that, I'm not saying that to like diminish.
Yeah, no, not to diminish. Yeah,
the fact that we do have a problem in our communities with our youths killing each other, and I feel like the main problem with that is lack of opportunity and
parents having to work and not being able to be home, and the village is not villaging in order. Because back in the days, I live in a building.
Right.
If anybody in the building saw me outside past a certain time and my parents wasn't with me, trust and believe my parents was on speed dial, even though my parents knew where I was.
Right.
We don't have that shit no more. At all. Not even a little bit.
At all. Let me jump to some comments here.
And D-Nice, we did understand what you're saying, but
Sunshine says, I have a soldier that was in a gang. He got into problems, and the last time he went to court, the judge told him, join the military or go to jail. He chose the military, but his gangs refused, I guess, to let him leave, and to spare his family was a tattoo of a pig on his neck. So now he walks around with the pig on his neck.
Oink, oink, bacon.
So to allow him to leave the gang, he had to put a pig on his neck.
I would put bacon on my neck.
Steffi says, tells Miss Kiki, don't listen to me. The men in New York ain't shit either. So X Paul says this. He said, I was in a gang, but we did not move like this. The kids are loose cannon these days because they don't have the leadership like back in the days. And I think that's the problem. Younger and younger gangs are coming out. There's no hierarchy anymore. You have 20-somethings being the head of the snake now, and it's a problem.
In the head of the gangs, I feel like if they had schooling opportunity, they would be very far in the business world or just in anything that they did, because they know how to manage their employees well. They knew how to speak to them. They knew how to speak life into them, even if sometimes it wasn't for the right reason. But it was a little bit more of control there. Now it's just like it's a whole bunch of grown people who got temper tantrums because they was never taught how to control their anger. They get mad. They can't see through how to deal with the situation, and the first thing that comes to mind is the first thing that they really do when they react, and I don't think that's too beneficial.
So Paul is giving us some insight here.
He said, Paul come back.
Yeah, he said we took care of each other. We made weekly food and bathroom boxes for the kids in our gang so they wouldn't have to go out and rob and take shit from people. And if a gang functions like that, I don't have a problem with that.
Facts.
You know, if you have to come together, you know, why can't gangs come together and do like
give
good
back
shit
to the community?
Not even give back. Like, yo, come join this gang, bro. You know, every day, you know what we do? We
make sure the kids do their homework.
We learn to code, you know.
Shit productive.
We sit on the computer and we search for jobs for hours. Why ain't gangs doing that? I mean, gangs could do that too, right?
Facts.
At the end of the day, it's the protection and the camaraderie. You know, you and people who share similar experiences, they can use that energy for good. So Paul says they locked up all the OGs, so that there went the leadership, and I think that's what happened. A lot of the older heads got locked up in jail, and now you have this power vacuum where these young kids are just filling in, or some of the older heads just decided, hey, this life is not for me anymore. I'm out. Because a lot of people, when they get older and the reasoning comes, it's like, yo, this is too much. I have grandkids, I have family that I want to see them grow up. Guys, we got to do better. We got to figure this out. And I do not like, and do not like is kind of a strong word. What I don't like to see is when we make the comparison, like when we were talking about, like, why don't we protest this versus this? guys, police brutality is a separate issue from us killing each other. There should be no reason for a cop to look at a black person and shoot them and say, I am shooting you because you guys kill each other anyway. And if we as black people are using that even in a small minuscule like this to say, well, the police are justified in killing us because we are killing ourselves, guys, that will never ever help us. Let's take care of the police brutality and then we can come back to our own community and figure it out. But we can't say one thing justifies the other, right? The absence of opportunities in our communities that's leading to those situations shouldn't be an excuse for the people that are taking our tax dollars who are supposed to protect us to kill us like without abandon. And when we say things like that, right, the cops is going to shoot us. The cops don't know you're thinking like that. All they're seeing is the color of your skin when they come through. So when you get stopped by the police, what you gonna think? Oh my God, man, 10 people shot each other in my neighborhood last week, so they're gonna shoot me because we shooting each other. Nope. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what I just realized? Fear makes you do a lot of irrational things, and I'm thinking towards we're talking about the police and. The root of the issue is fear. For people in a gang, to some extent, the root is fear. Fear of being left out, fear of not knowing, fear. Fear be making you do some dumb shit, yo.
Yeah, it does. So Gigi said, do we make stuff like that seem cool or valued in our communities? Yeah. When being smart is trending, you'll see the cultural shifts.
True.
Yeah. So
it's a lot. It's a lot of
it's
subdivisions within the division of those subdivisions. You can sit here all day trying to break that shit down.
So Paul is saying that he loves the podcast. Paul, we speak about a lot of different things here. Sometimes it's heavy, sometimes it's touchy topics. We explore a lot of different things. Welcome to the podcast. We hope you stay. We do a lot of different things, music, hot topics. We talk about a lot of sex here, a lot of different things.
Jesus.
Yes. So we hope you stay with us, and if you get the chance to share the link with a couple of your friends, we will definitely appreciate that.
We're on from Tuesday to Friday, 7 to 10 a.m.
7 to 10 a.m. All right. We got a few more minutes. Let's change up the gear a little bit.
Since we're on this, right? Yeah. We can do this really quickly.
Yes.
What are where's the question? It's a quick question, y'all. Quick question.
The 3 words?
Yes.
Yeah. So we saw this one come up across social media. If you can go back to your 18-year-old self, what are the things
you're
using
allowed?
3 words.
You're allowed to say 3 words. What do you say to your 18-year-old self?
Good morning, Brittany. Welcome. So you go back to your 18-year-old self and you are allowed to say 3 words to yourself. What do you say to your 18-year-old self?
I have a couple of 3 words.
Yeah. I have some too.
Leave man alone.
Miss Kiki says, don't do it. Brittany says, move out now. Paul says, I am free. Rhythms for Sale says, invest in Bitcoin. We actually had somebody say that in our group chat. Rhythms for Sale.
Facts. We would have been rich.
So Paul said he was 18 years old getting out of prison. Paul, man, amazing that you turned your life around. You know, you have a wife, you have kids, and you understand that invest in yourself.
Invest in Amazon.
Miss Kiki says invest in Amazon. My 18-year-old self would have been in the early 2000s.
Hey, Brittany.
So Apple would have been a good one to tell myself to invest in Apple. But that Bitcoin one, if you told yourself invest in Bitcoin, you would have been winning. Plenty winning. Blackwell said, be smart. Life is hard. Stay in school. All right, good. Sunshine said, leave this family. Wow. D9 says, don't believe everybody.
Facts, right?
Yeah. We could definitely speak to Paul. Paul, are you in New York City? Or we could probably do
a virtual.
Yeah, virtual.
Okay, Sunshine Tina. Disconnect from abuse.
Nice. Thanks for the experience. Sonia says, all right. 4 words, but we'll take it. We'll not count thee.
What else would I say? Chase the money, go to school.
Janelle said, God has plans for you. Again, we'll take out the
Play
for
with
and has. Fat Girl King said, not get married. Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
I said, wow.
Fat Girl King, are you still married to that same person that you would have told yourself not to get married to?
ouch.
I'm just asking. Oh, Steffi, you would choose yourself.
Say no.
Say no. Nice. Brittany, what
would
did
you
Brittany?
say?
That's a good question. Red Woman does on.
Yeah, I cannot with you.
I'm gonna tell myself Red Woman does on. 18-year-old self, yeah. That's what I'm gonna tell my 18-year-old self. But in all honesty, I would probably tell myself take a leap of faith.
Leave that. Oh,
Yeah.
leave that man.
Leave that man. Okay.
Leave that man.
The nice Trini says blood don't matter.
Mind your business.
Sweet, and we could say work out, stay single. Yo, y'all had some traumatizing.
I sure did. I sure did.
Red Woman does horn. No, that's not 4 words, Brittany. Red Woman is 1 word. Red Woman does horn. Yeah, Red Woman is 1 word.
Ah.
Um,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you I got a lot of 3 words that I would be saying to myself.
all right. Yeah. I'm adding an extra word here and there. So you wanted said she has no idea what she would say to herself. Get your bachelor's, the nice Trini. All right. Actually, it took me 10 years to get my bachelor's.
Child.
I
I gave up on that hope. We just not gonna do that. We got 1 degree down.
Yeah.
That's just that. My brain is not what it used to be. And in order for me to go back to school, I'm gonna have to do some things. And I don't know if I'm ready for that commitment in life yet.
Miss Kiki says the bad thing is I don't think 18-year-old me would have listened. 18-year-old me wouldn't have listened either. I thought I was really smart until I started hanging around smarter people.
Nah, I was really smart. I just did dumb shit because life be lifing.
Yeah. One thing that was an eye opener to me, right? Like when I went to school, I did a lot of math, business management, and stuff like that. I told myself, like, "Hey, you got this." Like, you know, when I started working in banking and I started to get like the understanding of the scope of like the financial industry and what's capable. A whole different world. Like
Really?
going to school and people teaching you
It's
is
two different things.
totally different from being in that environment. And I think like for education that people should like every class should involve some sort of practical applications.
So I have a new pharmacist, and she's like, "What we do in pharmacy school? We don't do none of this.
Yeah.
Like being actually here, we don't do like they didn't teach us this.
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for this, and it's crazy because pharmacy school. You're basically, I say, you're a doctor of drugs, right?
Yeah.
You're going to school 6 freaking years plus whatever you do for your regular schooling. 6 years. And you was not even prepared for this job.
Yeah. It's
That's
it's
wild.
Yeah, it's different. Like you know all these theories and you know all these things, but once you get inside that environment,
It's a different ballgame.
it's a whole different ball game. Good morning, Camlin. Morning,
Gigi
Dr.
says she
Stretch.
still
Welcome. Gigi says she still don't listen. True story, guys. I can attest to that.
Miss Kiki's not with that person. Not at all. I was about to be married the next year. Yikes.
Yeah. So Silence says, so is it weird that I have nothing to say to my 18-year-old self? Yes, Silence, that's very weird.
Sheltered old self.
Yeah, Selector Janal says school don't really teach you about the job. No, it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't.
You know, there was a point that I saw really quickly where we were trying to figure, well, somebody was like, well, we're always talking about why is school always geared the way it's geared and not for more hands-on, and the person said that.
Let me interrupt you real quick. Paul, do me a favor, send us a whisper to the GMGT chat, and then we can have a conversation there, so we can figure out how we can get you on, and we can work with each other. So send us a whisper and we'll take it from there. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
The schooling was built around the industrial age. So what did you want people to do in the industries? You wanted people just to show up to the factory. You didn't want nobody to grow their mindset to leave and move on. You want everybody to stay exactly where they are
for 20 years.
So they can help build your factory or help put in work at your factory, and that's it. And I was just like, damn, that's some crazy shit to even think that how much of stuff is put in place and we don't realize how much it has to do with the era that it was started in. I just think it's crazy.
So here's what we're gonna take the pause for the cause right here. Hour number 2 in the bag. Those first 2 hours flew. Definitely loving the energy and loving the feedback this morning, guys.
Silence, how we got here? Silence.
Y'all know what we do around here, right? A little bit of education with the entertainment. Educate while we entertain while we educate, however you see that.
I'm so confused with Silence.
Why?
Silence really sat there and says, you have no idea how many bodies I dropped in these streets. Silence. Yes, the bodies from when you and your friends downtown, they escaped.
God.
That was the bodies you dropped.
Have I told y'all about the one time the cops pulled up on me in Silence and a couple of friends? Long story, I'm not gonna share it. Anyway, we're gonna take the pause, and here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go back into this song by Ashley Wilcox. It's called Straight No Chaser. Gigi had shared the link earlier. I think it's at Labwe Carnival or Labwe Mass. Gigi, do me a favor, put up Ashley's IG again. We're gonna play this song. Ashley's a friend to the station. We collaborated on an event about a year and a half ago, probably less than a year and a half. But it was called Labwe Mass, and she definitely put her hat into the soca ring. Or hat into the soca ring. What is it?
You asking me? That is talk wrong for a purpose.
All right, so we're gonna jump into this song here. Straight No Chaser. Ashley Wilcox. Let's do this.
Good morning.
Ashley, this one is called Straight No Chaser. Molly, do me a favor. Record this one and tag the artist for me. Do a screen recording for me on this one and tag the artist. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
wake-up call. Now live from the best entertainment has to offer. Good music, good times, where the culture lives. We are the reason you get written up or worse, fired. Good music, good times, where the culture lives.
I like this one for the ladies. That tuna piece. Fling bam bam, fling bam bam, fling bam bam,
Fling is fling bam bam?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have bam bam to fling bam, fling something.
Yeah. Fling. What's that area here called? Fling.
I don't have a football.
Your pelvic.
I don't have a football.
No, not the football. I was just talking about the region, the pelvic region.
The pelvic.
Yeah.
The waist.
Fling your pelvic.
That is a lot of that kind of bony and hard too, you know. That ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work, baby. It's not gonna work. Are y'all ready for that?
Bacchanal corner. It's about that time.
The bacchanal. Yes, it is. I'm a 36-year-old woman who just found out that I am pregnant by my coworker's son.
Oh my gosh.
Her son is 24, and I met him at her birthday party earlier this year. We were standing around, and I heard him say he was going to smoke. And I told him that's just what I needed to get the party started. He had a bag of really good weed, so I asked him if he could bring me some later in the week. It's legal, but I never bought it myself. He called me the next day and said he was ready to drop off my package. He also told me that I'm very sexy and I had nice lips.
Probably dropped off more than one package,
Facts.
it looks like.
I told him he's handsome and had nice arms. I was flattered that this young man was flirting with me. He came over with my package and he was still flirting. He asked if he could come inside and smoke with me. I told him that I never smoke inside my house. He said if we smoke outside, my neighbors will see us smoking and having sex. I asked him what made him think we were going to have sex. He said he could tell from the first time we met. I never should have let him come inside.
Wow.
Literally. We smoked
I got it.
we smoked a lot of weed and had
So I never let him come inside.
we smoked a lot of weed and we had a lot of crazy good sex
Came
that
inside
day.
twice.
Facts. It went on for months until we got careless and stopped using protection. When I got pregnant, he flipped out and asked me to terminate the pregnancy. I refused to because this may be my last chance at being a mother because of my age. He forbade me to tell his mother about us having sex and me being pregnant. He is an adult and he needs to act like one. I plan to tell his mom, my coworker, that I'm pregnant by him. How should I start the conversation with her? Please advise. What says you, Rareen? Or Tony?
What was the question? Because I was so happy by this stuff.
How should I start the conversation with her?
With the mom?
The mom. She want to tell the mommy.
How old is the son?
24.
It's a grown man. I'm pretty sure the mom is going to be pissed, but ain't much you can do.
Twice. Why? First of all, why are you bumming my child?
There's nothing wrong with that. The man is a grown man. The man is 24 years old.
Yeah, but no. She gonna take it as you're older and you're taking it. Well, we're gonna say she's 36, 37 because they've been bumming for a while.
Right.
And the birthday party was early in the year. It's later on in the year. She breed. First of all, why you sitting? That's supposed to be a fling. You trying to make something permanent off of a fling? You too big on hardback for that. And you so desperate that you this is the only time I could be able to be a mother because of my age. You went your whole life being protected and you did a slip up. So that I just feel like it's just too much stuff going on for me to break it down and make sense of this. I don't know what you should tell the mother. Because first of all, I feel like you're trying to do a tattletale on a grown man. That don't work. Like, he's not going to be receptive. What, you think she's automatically going to be in open arms? Oh my gosh, my coworker's going to have my grandbaby. Yes, bring her over, bring him over. Like, it don't work like that. I don't know. I don't know. My spirit is not okay right now. Tell me.
How do you break that conversation with your friend? Hey, your son got me knocked up. You're going to be a godmother and a grandmother.
At the same damn time. don't know. It's Auntie Kim's here.
Somebody
or
said
Grandma
her name
Kim.
is Roberta Kelly. Not R.
No,
Kelly.
not really, because he's of age.
Yeah,
he's not
of age.
18.
Yeah, he's just younger than
17
her.
and a half.
So Brittany said, you wouldn't acknowledge my baby, so I'm telling your mom, girl, get your life.
Facts. Like,
No, I don't think so. I mean, she's speaking to the mom. I don't think she's telling on him. Eventually, that would have came out. So
I like what D-Nice said. Look, your son got me pregnant, and I'm about to have this baby with or without him.
yeah,
I like that.
that's a
angle.
good way to open it up. Yeah, go straight. Yeah, don't ease it in.
Straight, no chaser. Steffi said, buy her a onesie that says "Best grandma ever." Great conversation starter.
Yeah, that works too.
Oh shit, no, because I would fling that, and
So-
I gotta work with you and see you pregnant for the whole duration. I don't know. You won't acknowledge my baby, so I'm telling your mom. I just.
Sunshine say he big and have sense. I agree. He big
Yes.
and have sense.
It might not be a lot of sense, but he have sense there.
Look, Mara asks a question. She said, aren't they both adults?
Yes.
Exactly.
That's why I don't understand. I just feel like the fact that you want to not involve your mom, like, hey, listen, I
Involve
just want to give
his
you,
mom?
yeah, in the sense that, hey, I'm just giving you a heads up that, you and your son had. To me, it doesn't sound like she's coming off of that. She's coming off of, well, if you won't tell your mommy because you forbade me and you want me to terminate the pregnancy, I'm gonna tell her myself. That's what that sounds like to me.
That's what it sounds like.
It's just like the tattletaling. I don't understand. They
Here's
both
why I
make
don't
no
think
sense.
it's a tattletale, because regardless, the mother is going to find out.
Facts. So
She's going to find out. So I don't
Facts.
think she's tattling, but I think she's being told not to have this baby. She wants to have the baby, and that's a difficult decision for her. I feel like for a woman who, especially in her situation, she's older, she's never, well, from what we can tell, she doesn't have any kids.
Yeah.
She's an older woman. She probably thought her window probably had passed, and now she's getting something that she truly wants, and the other person doesn't want it. So I can imagine that's probably, something mentally heavy for her to carry. And I'm guessing she's going to her friend, who's happens to be also the mother of the baby daddy, to either get some kind of
that's another thing. Coworkers is not your friends.
some coworkers. I've had coworkers that I became friends with, good friends as a matter of fact. Not every coworker I've worked with has been my friend, but there are a few that can bubble up to the top. And you have I have a friend that I worked with in when I used to be in shoes, and we're still friends today.
That's
That's
cute. That's real cute.
That's not gonna happen to you, obviously.
No, it's not. I have friends, but like out of work, I don't text you and call you. We're great, when we're at work.
Yeah.
You
Gigi
could send
said
me memes, but I mean,
they could send you memes.
they could send me memes, but I mean,
So everybody that's a part of GMGT, Consuela is not your friend.
I
Right?
don't consider them coworkers.
Right? Consuela is not your friend.
But I really don't consider them. That don't count because I don't consider them coworkers.
Okay, I take that back, guys. Consuela is your friend.
I mean, I like who I like though.
True. I
But
mean, it happens.
I really no. I don't consider y'all coworkers.
I think that's Nate. Is that Nate?
Is that Nathaniel?
No, that's I think Kita Queen.
K the Queen. K the Queen. K.
Isn't it Kae?
K.
Okay, K the Queen. All right, my bad. K the Queen. The
son needs to tell the mother she should have her child. It's hard to get pregnant over 35. All valid reasons.
So yeah, I think now let me ask the question from the reversed angle for the Guyanese, because y'all know y'all like everything in reverse. If you're the mother and let's say Logan got your best friend pregnant, how are you feeling about
Oh
that?
wow.
Logan knocked up your best friend. So let's look into the future. How old is Logan now? 10? 11?
Son, 10 years.
10? So let's say 15 years into the future. Logan has just knocked up your 45-year-old friend.
You big and have sense.
No,
Wait,
but how would you feel about the
it
friend?
won't be my 45-year-old.
I'm making you so. Oh my goodness! I'm trying to give you some. That's too old.
Yes,
Oh, my
bitch.
bad. Okay, my bad. You're 40th birthday.
Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Have some respect.
Okay. Your 40th birthday. It's 10 years into the future.
Even 35 would work. Shit.
Logan comes to you. He's like, oh, your best friend comes to you. She's like, hey, Consuela, I know we have had a great friendship over the last 5-6 years, but Logan and I are having a baby, and Logan doesn't want me to keep it. So that's your friend. That's your son. Your son doesn't want her to keep it. You know your friend has probably had 2 or 3 miscarriages. Her window for having a baby is pretty much closing. What's the conversation like? How are you feeling as the mother of that son?
I don't know, because
So-
I don't like people's children like that.
Gigi said that's not my best friend if she's sexing my son. Gigi, love, you can't stop love. You can't.
I
love
need
is
all
love.
to stop that shit now.
Love is love.
No, because then say that to R. Kelly then, because he thought he was in love several times.
R. Kelly's a sick person.
I-
Two
no,
grown people, 35 and
no.
25, can have sex. It can.
No, because I'm just thinking, like, if I had relations like with my mom's best friend or my dad's best friend that was a guy, obviously, but just no, like, how I'm gonna look my parents in the face and be like, I bum your bestie and I'm pregnant. Like, no. No.
So Brittany said that's not love. Fat Girl King says that's not love.
It's
What?
not love.
So Molly said, listen, I'm going to say it here. I am much older than my son's father. He didn't want me to have my baby, but I did at 38. And what happened to him? He was killed a year and a half later. My child is a blessing to me and his grandparents on his father's side. He was an only child.
Understandable. Listen, my son is by an older man.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't think I would be able to cross that line. Like,
Right.
for instance, my brother, I was dealing with his friend when I was younger,
Your brother. Okay.
but he was older, but he wasn't that much older, like 40 years, 30
Right,
years.
right.
It wasn't that,
How did your brother
big-
feel about it?
Does he know? That's the
Oh
question.
my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
No, I think he knew.
Oh wow.
I think he knew. But I just like, having a relationship is one thing, but bringing a whole child into the world,
Right.
and that situation is already on shaky ground, it's a no for me, dog.
So you would tell your friend in that case, have the abortion.
No, you do what you want to do. See, y'all gonna kill
Would
me
that
for
still
this.
be your friend after?
That would be my friend. That wouldn't be my best friend.
Okay.
But you're not gonna call me to vent about what he's not doing or what he is doing. No, that's y'all.
Right.
All you're big and have sense.
Correct.
Y'all do that shit on your own time. I just no. That's no.
So what are you advising your friend? She's coming to you in a time of need because your son
Do what
wants
you
her to
feel-
have an abortion.
Do what's best for y'all. For you. That ain't got nothing
So
to
you
do
pretty
with
much is going hands off, right?
that hands
Because they
off,
both grown.
hands
Okay.
off, ears off, head off, body off. That's y'all business. I ain't got nothing to do with me. When y'all was women, you wanted a little sex. You wanted to prove a point and you got stuck with the point. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
So
That ain't got shit to do with me.
let me get this here. Steffi473 said, I would be upset, but I'll tell my son if he old enough to have sex, then he old enough to do the right thing. Be responsible. I like that route too. It says some dudes would love to have sex with an older woman. Hell yeah, when I was younger I wanted an older woman so bad. Yeah, just to say, yeah, I slayed that.
The age isn't really the issue. It's that betrayal, because Gigi asked that question.
Yeah.
I feel like
I don't think
It's
the age is
that-
the issue either.
the age is not the issue. I think it's just that line that there's certain things that you just don't speak about. Like you just don't do. And I feel like for your friend who's older and more mature in a sense, having a relationship with your child, I just feel like there's some level of you're taking advantage of the fact that they're not experienced in the world. And that's my issue.
Right.
As a mom, whether if I had a daughter and it was the same, their brain, think about it when you was 18, 20, 25. You thought you knew a whole bunch of shit. Then 10 years passed by and you was like, bon Dieu, I didn't know not a damn thing.
Facts.
Now you have a friend and both of y'all are around the same age. And y'all have this, for the most part, kind of the same level of thinking and reasoning and rationaling certain situations, period. And you're having a whole full-fledged relationship with my child, whether it's sexual, whether it's emotional, whatever the case may be. I feel like you're taking advantage of the child. You're taking advantage. It's a child. Yes, they're of age and they're an adult. But think about when you was young, you was dumb as shit.
So I had a friend that I used to work with, and she was 30 years younger than her husband.
I'm sorry, what?
She was 30 years younger than her husband.
Interesting.
Yeah, we started working together in 2011. And her husband was 30 years her senior. I don't consider he was taking advantage of her. At that time, she was a grown woman. So I think we were both around 20-something, late 20s. I didn't consider advantage. I mean, the man has lived a full life. He had a kid that was just around her age.
Yeah, you see, that is a problem for me.
So I don't know. I don't feel like that was a situation of advantage.
To some extent,
I know she wanted another kid, but he had, he lived almost a full life already.
What he doing running around, 50, 60 years old running around
so
after a
I know that was a point of contention between them, because she always said it, and he didn't want to go there. So you see, on the flip side too, it happens on the flip side when men are older and they probably have had their kids already. They don't want to be running on a kid at an older age.
I talk about this because I know. I dealt with it.
Yeah.
I lived through it. I live with it. Okay?
Every single day?
Every single day. Logan has, I think, a sister that's 8 months older than him.
Wow.
He has two.
True story?
True story.
Oh, wow.
2, 3 sisters. And he's the only boy. And like I said, if I knew what I knew now, what I knew then, I love my child with every fiber in my being. But I had no business
having a kid at that point.
Being with this man, because again, lies. When you're young, you're not able to decipher certain shit. You're just not, because it didn't properly develop. You have not experienced life. You have not seen things for what it is. That age gap, I don't care how you want to flip it, twist it, turn it, switch it, bop it. It's always going to be an issue. It's always going, people could play it off and diminish it, and it's not this. It's always going to be some part that's going to hinder the relationship, having an age gap.
So based on what we read, Miss, I think it was you wanted had a question. Yeah, she said, wait, is this woman and her coworker bestie or just a coworker? From what we read, do we think it's a bestie?
I think it's just coworkers enough to invite somebody to your home, to your birthday party. Y'all got to be on a decent level.
Yeah, so I would say it's a little bit more than just a coworker. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if they're not besties,
they probably work wives.
Yeah.
You just have that relationship at work.
Wives,
work
I
wives.
learn new terms. Yeah. I like it. I understand exactly what you meant.
Work. But no, I just no. Like, and that's another thing. You invited somebody to your dwelling, to your home, your personal space, and then you trusted them just to. It's just, to me, it just seemed like she just went in your bedroom, was like, "Ooh, I like that ring. Let me try it on. Ooh, this look nice. I'm about to walk out of here with it." To me, that's what that feel like.
Yeah.
You came in here, you took advantage of my child. Whether my child is 100 years old or not, there's lines that you should not cross.
So that's what I think could be debated here. Because I, for one, I do not care about the age difference.
Yeah, it's not the age difference.
The lines, and I think that line is a crossable one. I think it's a crossable one. Your son is grown, right? Your friend wants some sex, he wants some sex, they're grown. Is she a little bit ahead of him in life and probably knows a little bit more? That could have came out the other way, where she probably teach him a few life lessons. And I'm not talking about the sex, I'm just talking about, hey,
and just in general,
get your life together, you know, ABC, XYZ, whatever the case is, you know. I had a friend that used to date a much older woman too, and she put him in really good situations to succeed. You know what I'm saying? So older women don't always,
she upgraded his life.
Yeah, older women sometimes do that.
Older, when there's a party that's at least 10 years age difference, whoever is older is going to upgrade the person who's younger's life.
True.
In some form or fashion.
Possibly.
Not possibly.
Mostly.
I'm telling you.
Mostly.
I'm telling you.
There are some older people that ain't shit. I'm one of those. Go ahead.
Yo, I don't understand how we got here. But no, listen. My parents, there's an age gap there. My mom is very independent, but to me, I feel like you get some benefits for being with a man who's more along in age.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes the struggle is not going to be the same as if you're around, 3 to 5 years around each other. Y'all going to kind of experience certain things at the same time.
So let me ask by a show of hands in the chat room. Let's assume the young man does not change his mind. He's like, listen, I do not want this child. We know what we know about this woman. By a show of ones or twos. 1, if you agree with her to have the baby, or 2, do you think she should have the abortion? Let's see what we're saying here. 2, she should have the abortion, and 1, she should have the baby regardless of how this gentleman feels. And at the end of the day, remember, it's her body. She can choose whatever she wants to do.
Y'all gonna kill me, but I feel like she should have her baby. Just don't expect help. And I don't think that she should be mad that he does not want to partake in being part of this child's life, because just like you made that conscious decision to not use protection. Yes, y'all both understood what the terms and agreements were,
right,
but you can't be mad. Just like if a man took off the condom and had sex with you unwillingly and you got pregnant, you'll feel some type of way if he'd be like, nah, I want you to keep it, and threaten your whole life. And you're like, nah, bro, I got a whole life to live. I don't want to do this. It goes both ways. You could be mad all you want, but y'all both got into this situation, and either you with it or you not. And it sounds like you're not. So check the deuces. Just know that karma might come and slap you up a couple times along your little,
So Silence, life. I think the young man was 24 years old, right?
Yes, 24.
Yeah, so he was 24 years old. So I'm assuming if she's friends with her coworker, she's at least, let's say, 15 to 20 years older in age, right?
No, 10 years.
10 years older than
12 to 13 years. Because she's 36.
Oh, she's 36.
And he's 24.
Okay. All right. So she's 12 years older. And that's not even much. Yeah.
It is, but it isn't.
Yeah.
Plus 10 is
it's not that much.
It is, but
so Silence said, dude, big enough. Most everybody I'm seeing here putting up ones. Fat Girl King said all he has to do is pay child support. Why? Why should he have to pay child support? Like, why should she?
Yeah.
If he like, even if he doesn't want the child and he plans to be in the child's life, I don't understand. Selector Janelle says she's still a young woman too. 36 is young. I consider myself young.
Okay. Listen, I am young. When I turn 60, that's when you be like,
that's when you can switch
you're
on
seasoned.
the old switch.
You're vintage.
You're right. So Miss Kiki says, hopefully, yes. The hope is that he will step up. But even if he doesn't, should she take him for child support? Because he doesn't want the kid. Should child support be something that she should put there?
No.
I'm just asking.
As I said, y'all going, no.
Right. Deni says he can choose to pay, but he shouldn't be forced. And I agree with that one.
Like, you made as a woman to protect yourself. Yeah. You weren't on birth control and you decided, I don't want no condoms
So
no more.
any woman that's taking a man to court for child support for vindictiveness, I am saying it right now, you're a witch. And I'm saying it with my chest. I'm not talking about the men that don't want to be there and the men that are waste men and the men that are not active participants in the child. But if because you and this guy broke up or because he doesn't want to be a part of your life, but he's willing to spend time with his kid, and just because of that you're going to take a man to court for child support, you are a witch. And I'm saying it with my chest. Yeah.
I said, wow.
You are a witch. No, I'm not absolving this gentleman of anything. He literally went there to have sex. He's not being absolved. He should have known the consequences. He's 24. I knew at 14 what the consequences of getting somebody pregnant was. You know, so there should be there's no absolving this gentleman.
Oh no, Sonia, no, baby, no. I did not say 60 is old. I said that is when it is seasoned, it is vintaged, it is elite.
Yeah.
Okay. When you're young, you're stupid. When you reach that precipice of that age, it's like, I have arrived, bitches.
Yeah.
I have arrived. I am here. I know who I am. I am in myself. This is it. This is the je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. Don't come for me. Don't. No, baby. Don't.
So
you don't gotta
like,
do that.
what you
no,
trying to say here?
Mama, you ain't gotta do that to me, please. Thank you.
What you
love,
trying to say
smooches.
here? So I
don't believe in old.
I think most of the people in here agree that this woman should go ahead and do what's best for her, which she feels is bringing that child forth. She just shouldn't expect that young man to be a part of that child's life, although we hope he would.
I feel like just like how D-Nice said that you need to speak to the mom, I feel like you can give her that opportunity if she wants to be in the child's life, not necessarily expecting anything, just to build that relationship with that side of the family. I think that's also an option. What happened?
Kata Queen says he should pay child support. He willingly took actions that led to the pregnancy. Okay, what if he's willing
Me too, Miss Kiki.
to
me
participate in raising the child? Like, he doesn't want to be a part of your life because he feels like you trapped him by having a baby. And I'm saying quotations. I'm not saying this is what happens, right? For whatever, he's 24, so he's a little immature. He's like, oh, she trapped me. You know what? I'm going to be in the child's life because she brought it, but I just don't want to do anything. Should he still have to pay child support? Because there are a lot of men out there who are willing to be active participants in the life of their kids, and the baby mamas take them to court anyway.
Yeah.
And Silence said they should stay together if they like each other.
I said, wow. I don't think they just want a little sex.
Yeah. I think it was all about the sex
And
until
she got stuck with the point.
Yeah. Silent.
That's
Yeah. And it says he only wanted some sex.
All he wanted was a little
You
sex.
see Silence? That's why I tell y'all, I live to be like Silence. You see Silence doing the right thing? He's like, yo, I'll knock this person up. I gotta stay with them.
Yeah, no.
Get you a Silence, ladies.
No. That's gonna be a miserable life. You just staying with somebody for one little purpose.
You know,
I hate when people
it could
be like,
work out.
I stay for the kids. I love the kids. I'ma stay with the kids. I hate that. I hate that shit. I hate it, and I sprinkle some more hate on it. Hate is a strong word, but I hate it.
Yeah. Selector Janelle says Kareem trapping him how? No, I'm not saying she willfully went there to trap him. But this is how a 24-year-old might think because she chose to bring the baby, right? I'm 24, you're older, we're having sex. Yes, we know there's a possibility that we can get a baby out of this. The baby comes and you said, nah, get rid of it, right? I'm thinking like how 24-year-old me would think. I'm in my mind, I'm like, why is she bringing the baby? We were only having sex. So what? She got pregnant, get rid of it. So I'm thinking of it from a 24-year-old standpoint. I'm not saying she willfully went out there and she's like, let me have a baby so I can keep this 24-year-old in my life. I don't think this woman did
at that age in life where she's like, yo, I really don't need you in the child's, like, I don't need you to financially take care of the child. I want the child because I want the child. Because I don't think I'm going to get the opportunity to have a child again. And I want to be a mom. I never said I didn't want to be a mom. But hey, the opportunity arises. Let me take advantage of it. I don't really need you. You can come around if you want to. But I'm just letting you know what's up. I'm not getting rid of it. I think that's how the conversation really went. And it really is up to her if she wants to keep the child.
I agree. I think it's totally on her. She shouldn't Hold up. Oh yeah. So let's wrap it up. What are we saying? Oh, that's what he should have done, right? Wrap it up.
I cannot with you.
Let me get back on point. How are we gonna wrap this up? What are we gonna say to this gentleman and
Be direct with the mom. Hey, I just wanted to give you a heads up. Your son and I did have relations. As a consequence, I am with child. I do not need anything from you or him. I'm just letting you know to be respectful. If I caused you any, grief, I apologize. I should have never crossed that line with your son. We can still be friends. Again, I'm not expecting anything from you. I just want to give you the heads up. So if you see me walk around the office with a big belly, you ain't like, oh girl, we just gonna cut the chase. She should have a conversation with homeboy and be like, listen, again, I don't expect anything from you, but I've made the decision that I'm going to keep this child. This is my body. I don't think I have this opportunity to do this again. I don't want you to feel like I took advantage of you. Thank you. If you want to continue, we can continue. If you don't, I understand. And go by her merry way. Ask for transfer. Ask for transfer. Just go to a whole new department or something. I don't know. What says you, Rami?
I agree. Those conversations should be had both with the son and the mom. And she should let them know, I'm gonna have this kid regardless of how you guys feel, because that's what I feel is best for me. It's her body. She did give the gentleman some input, and he said no, and she disagreed, and she has a right to bring forth that child. And that's what I'm gonna say. Wherever it goes from there, it's going to be dependent on that young man to man up and grow up a little bit and take it from there.
Facts.
Say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Let's wrap this. Let's take a quick music pause. Do we have Michelle this morning?
Yes, we do.
We have Michelle this morning. We're going to take a quick music pause. Come back, final few topics, and then we're going to get Michelle in like around 9:50 for the thought of the day, word of the day.
Yes.
All right.
Word
so
of the weekend.
We're trying to get Michelle in at around 9:50. Going to take a quick music break, and then we're going to come right back. All right, guys. The wake up call. We still here 7 to 10, different time, same energy, same vibe. We'll be right back.
Good morning.
Edgy, witty, and raw. Yep, this is the wake up call.
Ready up. Hey, I charge up and ready to fling bam bam, fling the bam bam, fling bam bam, fling the bam bam, roll bam bam, roll the bam bam, roll bam bam, roll the bam bam, fling bam bam, fling the bam bam, fling bam bam, fling the bam bam, roll bam bam, roll the bam bam, roll bam bam. If my feet have been out the back, up the foot, that's not your fetting business. I feel like wine and go down, that's not your fetting business. If I drink and I drink till I drown, that's not your fetting business. My fetting business is not your fetting business. I'm feeling nice. I'm feeling so nice. Oh, you give me room. Oh, you give me room. Give me room, give me room, give me room. I'm ready to fling bam bam, fling the bam bam, fling bam bam, fling the bam bam, roll bam bam, roll the bam bam, roll bam bam, roll the bam bam, fling bam bam, fling the bam bam, fling bam bam, fling the bam bam, roll bam bam, roll the bam bam, roll bam bam. If I feel to carry on like a hooligan, that's not your fetting business. And if I feel like taking jam, that's not your fetting business. If I feel like bubble like this, that's not your fetting business. My fetting business is not your fetting business. I'm feeling nice. I'm feeling so nice. Oh, you give me room. Oh, you give me room. Give me room, give me room, give me room. I'm ready to fling bam bam, fling the bam bam, fling bam bam, dirty. Them behavior smutty, men behavior mucky. Mind your business. I get in on real bad in the party. Don't have to answer to nobody. Back analyze my hobby. Hey, I'm feeling nice. I'm feeling so nice. Hey, all you give me room, give me room, all you give me room, give me room, give me room, give me room, I'm ready to fling bam bam, fling the bam bam, fling fling bam bam, fling the bam bam, roll bam bam, roll the bam bam, roll roll bam bam, roll the bam bam, fling bam bam, fling the bam bam, fling fling bam bam, fling the bam bam, roll bam bam, roll the bam bam, roll roll bam bam. If I feel to pen out
bottle or bring it in a flask. No me no care, me come to play mass. King come and knock the ass, so no I can't do without me rum. With the rum, with the rum. Bring it in a bottle or in a drum. With the rum, no. That's ice alcohol. Ice alcoholic. Yep, give me the rum. Me beg you, give me the rum. Alcohol. Ice alcoholic. Yep, give me the rum. Cause I wine better when I chop. I flirt better when I chop. I sing better when I chop. So pass the bottle of rum. Cause I hear better when I chop. I see better when I chop. And better when I chop. So pass the bottle of rum. Cause I me no business to come here to stand up. Me and my friend them a party with Rihanna. Every girl in the dance get jam up. Drinking from sundown to sun up. Oh no, I can't do without me rum. With the rum, with the rum. Drink it by the gallon or by the ton. With the rum, Lord. That's ice alcohol. Ice alcoholic. Yep, give me the rum. Me beg you, give me the rum. Alcohol. Ice alcoholic. Yep, pass the rum. Cause I want better when I chop. I flirt better when I chop. I sing better when I chop. Pass the bottle of rum. Cause I hear better
The
when I
Wake Up Call, now live on the best entertainment, has to offer good music, good times, where the culture lives. We are the reason you get written up or worse, fired. Good music, good times, where the culture lives.
Ah, boy.
No.
Hey.
Boom blast. Boy.
Okay, I got a question for y'all. I got a question.
So,
I got a
guys,
question.
yesterday we had some violence, right? So we gave y'all a set of choices, and I believe what was the choices again? House that cleans itself, a chef, what was the other one?
Coffee.
Coffee? Was
Yeah, it's
coffee?
free coffee.
Yeah, free coffee for life, and something else.
I don't remember the last one.
Most people chose, I think, the self-cleaning house, and then I think the chef was number 2. If not, it was close. It was very close, but I think
Give me
self.
the chef.
You want the chef? Yeah,
me the
that's
chef.
what that's where I went to.
I want to cook shit.
I went with the chef also. So, sticking to this, we're gonna give you guys some difficult choices to make this morning. Now, Consuela, go into the choices we have for this beautiful
While
people
you
here
wake
this
up
morning.
early this morning, boy. Take the blue pill
Right.
and restart your life at 10 with all the knowledge you have now. Or take the red pill and be 25 years old with $50 million in the bank. Which pill would you take?
I want to be 25 with 50 million.
True.
Yeah, I do not need to go back to 10. I don't want to relieve that trauma of that girl cheating on me.
Yeah,
So,
that should really
yeah,
like
I don't-
damage your spirit.
Yeah, I don't want to go
back.
back there. I don't want to relive that. Yeah. I don't
But
wanna
if you
relive-
have all the knowledge now, you would not get horned.
No.
I
Just-
hardened first.
No.
No.
Yeah. I'll just have the knowledge, but I think I'll be still stupid for love. So I'm not going back there. So which pill was red? Was which one again? What?
Red is 25 years old with 50 milli in the bank.
Okay, so a lot of red
And
pills here.
blue is 10 with all the knowledge.
So Steffi 473 red pill, Paris red pill, Black Wolf red pill, Kata red pill, all day. You want it red pill, D
Wow.
Nice red pill.
Let me be mixy. I won't give me the blue pill, yo.
Brittany said, "What's the side effect of the red pill? Sounds too easy. Isn't that the most Guyanese thing to say?" Shoot. Miss
give me
Kiki
that
to you red.
blue.
DJ Wally Black
Wow.
says blue.
Thank you, Wally.
Wally wants to be 10 again with all the
Yeah.
knowledge he has now.
Facts.
Oh, Paris changed to blue.
Facts. Let me tell you something. Since I was 10,
Yeah.
I honestly never wanted to be like filthy, dirty, nasty rich.
Right.
I always wanted to live very, very comfortable and not have to think twice about money. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense in my head. So having 50 million in the bank don't mean shit.
Yeah.
If I don't have, because think about it, you 25 and all the dumb shit that you did when you was 25, you still gonna be doing the same dumb shit because you don't have the knowledge that you have now.
Right.
'Cause
Correct.
obviously you're not 25.
Correct.
You're gonna blow through that 50 million like it's nothing.
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think so. A lot of people, $50 million is a lot of money.
Bro, I could have made my parents invest in Bitcoin
Right?
from 10.
Yeah, and you would have been rich too.
I know.
But I am saying I don't want to go back to those teenage years. I don't need
don't
that.
mind. I
I
don't
just want to
mind.
be big so I could be bullying and have a big house to do it.
said,
Giving
wow.
them girl and them
Nah,
real,
I wouldn't have been bullying the
Real.
age I was bullying. So
giving them
I
girl and
would
them
suggest-
real. Yeah, come over to my pad, bachelor pad. I'll be living it up. I don't want to go back to being 10. Yeah.
give me 10. I'll take
No?
10.
All right.
Who
okay.
else is with me? Nobody else. It's just why. Oh, Sonia. See, mommy Sonia, I like you.
So mommy Sonia says what?
She says blue. Bestie Brittany said blue too. D-Nice, what? You didn't do dumb
Brittany,
shit? I know you
Brittany
did.
said, what if it makes your piggy shrivel up? Is it okay because you have $50 million? No. I don't think I'm willing to give up.
He's
give
like,
up.
enlargement. I would be able to afford that now.
What if it costs you $50 million?
Listen.
Oh, my
Then you
goodness.
deal with the older woman and you get money. Because she going to upgrade you.
So, Paris, why did you change your mind? Cola says red. Sunshine Tina says none. She just wants to keep going on her journey. I like that answer. Sonia says blue. And did she explain why?
No.
For the people that's saying blue, why? And Paris, why did you switch? I don't think I want to really live that like 10, maybe from 14, yeah.
Nah,
But
you
from
can
10,
give me
nah.
10.
Nah.
I'm in 5th
Keep
grade
keep
right
your
now.
knowledge. It's not worth it to me
Nah.
at that point.
10 would have been lit. Because I know I would have been in 5th grade right now.
Yeah.
5th grade was a lit year, other than the fact that I got suspended.
Yeah.
I would have not done what I've done and got suspended. I just would have been prepared academically.
So you want it, and both Kiki said at 25 they were pretty much good. No dumb shit. And I feel like that's the same way I feel about my life. From the time I was 23, 24, I feel like I was over the dumb shit.
Well, I was a fake teen mom, so there's that. So 25 wasn't really 25 in.
Okay, so Paris changed because she thought the red pill was the 10 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel, man. Like knowledge is like the things that I know now, I would have
Yeah.
switched up for a fact. Like
Right. I would have done that too.
certain things that I would have that I didn't do, I would actually do them.
Right.
Because I'm just thinking about, I was a smart person. And I just felt like I didn't have enough push and enough motivation because I didn't see the end.
Mm-hmm.
And now, what I know now, I would have done that shit when I was younger, when I had sense.
I don't
'Cause
want to be
now-
10 again. I don't know about
now
y'all,
I
but
can't
don't wanna
retain
be 10.
nothing. I can't retain nothing.
I
I
don't
would have
mind being
definitely went to
21
school.
again, 24 again, 25 again, but I don't want to be 10 again.
Now we're going from 10.
Give me the 50 mil.
Because I would not be dealing with nobody hardback child.
Yeah. Sunshine says red. At 25, I was in a good place knowledge-wise. I was in a good place at 25 too. I'm not trying to be 10 again.
Ooh, I would stalk my husband. I would definitely stalk
At
my
10?
husband. Well, no. Well, yeah, because I know where he live. And I was bound to see him.
Passing in front of his house.
Nah, I would have bound to see him. Because my
Oh my
cousin
God,
would have
you-
still married that guy. And that guy would still be related to his best friend. So it still was going to happen. I would have definitely stalked him.
Yep.
Stalked him.
Trust me, if I had 50 million at 25, I would be a billionaire right now. If I had 50 million at 25 years old, I would be a billionaire right now.
I don't even care. It's not the money for me.
It's not the money for you?
It really isn't the money
Okay.
for me. It's the experiences. I would have just done things differently. And yeah.
So Sunshine Tina said, unless I can go back to 3 years old, I don't want to go back.
Damn, how you get that far?
So Dina said, having all the knowledge that you know now really doesn't matter at 10 because you're not mentally or physically ready to handle anything. Yeah, I don't want to go back to 10. I definitely don't want to be 10 again. If you give me 25 million at 50 million at 25, I'm definitely going to be a billionaire at my age right now. 100%.
So, real question, really quickly. What motivates you to want to be rich?
Rich?
Yes.
What motivates me to want to be
To
rich?
want to be rich.
I want to be comfortable. I want to be able to go where I want, when I want, jump a plane when I want. I don't want to have to wake up in the morning and for the most part, I'll be taking lots of vacations and stuff like that, but I would not stop working. That's one thing I know that I would not stop doing.
Facts.
I would not stop working.
Nah, I would have a business because I don't want no parts.
Yeah, I would never stop working.
I want to be home with my kid. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she mad beautiful this morning.
Good
Which
morning,
one, this
Michelle.
one?
Both.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I am great, thank you.
So before you go into
Happy
the
to
word,
be here with you.
before you go into the word, can we ask you this question here real quick?
Of course.
You have two options, right? You can go back
All
to
right.
being 10 years old with all the knowledge that you currently have, or you can go back to being 25 years old with $50 million in the bank. What option are you choosing?
10, all the knowledge. 25, $50 million. Oh,
Yeah,
did we lost?
yeah,
Did
we
her?
lost that for a bit. Let's see if we can. Yo, that question is so profound.
Oh,
Yeah.
nope.
So we'll try to get her back in. Oh, there she is. She back? She back? There you back.
There you go.
All right, you back.
Someone was trying to call me.
I know. Tell him you're a busy woman.
A GMGT woman.
Exact.
Yes.
A warrior.
Yes.
Yeah, a warrior woman by
Yeah.
Rego Global. Thank you.
Yes.
I would say all the knowledge.
All the
Because
knowledge.
knowledge
Yeah.
could get you way more than the 50 million.
Okay. I'm not going back to 10 years old, Michelle. I want to be.
I would go to 10.
No.
I wouldn't have a problem with it because at 10,
Mm-hmm.
you're going back with the knowledge you have. No.
Yeah.
Yes. What?
Come now, man.
Nah, I'm
With
taking
that
the
sweet
50.
10-year-old face, with all this knowledge. Hello. Hello.
I agree.
$1 billion barrel.
All right, guys. So there you have it. Michelle said go back to 10. I chose 25 because I don't want to go back to being 10 years old.
Yeah.
Because even if you have all that knowledge at 10, it'll take you some time to put something together to get where you need to get. And I just want the money in my hand at 25, and then I'll make moves from there.
You see, if you have the knowledge,
Yeah.
the knowledge
Yeah.
to go with that,
Mm-hmm.
right? At 10, having that knowledge is power, you know.
Knowledge is
Strength
very
and power,
yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm. It
Because
is.
at 25, if you get 50 million could finish.
Yeah.
You might think it can't. But if you don't know what to do with 50
Exactly.
million,
True. Absolutely true.
it's 50 nothing.
Yep. I bet on myself every day, but you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Guys, if you don't know, if this is your first time, this is Michelle. She is amazing. She's going to take us with the word of the week. We usually get some inspirational words to go into the weekend from this lady here. And every single time she does it, I leave here feeling rejuvenated,
Facts.
feeling like I can take the world on.
Yes.
So, Michelle,
Wow.
lead us into the word of the week. Give us some inspiration
Thank you, my
here.
darling.
Mhm.
I have a question for you now.
Oh, nice. I'll take it.
And the question I have for you is, have you ever gone through a challenge or character building moment
Mm-hmm.
and thought to yourself, I wish I had a me.
You had a
I wish a me
Uh-huh.
that shows up for everybody else. I wish I had a me.
Yeah, I've been there.
And interestingly, when you really think about it, there's a reason why when you go through your challenges, someone like you doesn't show up, because it's a consistent reminder of your uniqueness, one, and two, it is also saying to you that you don't need anything on the outside, because all of the tools that you have inside of you, it's exactly what you need, and you need to pull from to get you through whatever you're going, regardless of what comes your way. Because it's especially those moments when you're thinking, hey, I wish I had a me that I could talk to, the me that shows up for everybody else. And you're calling on the phone and you can't get who you were there for. You're looking for support from who you supported. And you realize that all you have, all you need is within you. You are strong enough for them, and you're strong enough for you.
Nice.
So appreciate those moments when no one shows up to remind you that all you need is within,
Right inside. Guys,
right inside of you.
dig deep.
Oh, wow.
Dig deep. Look for it.
Consuelo looking like,
Wow.
you know,
You
I
have to
was
come
just
for me like
thinking
that.
about the person that didn't show up.
Somebody said they're losing their mind. Somebody said thanks for that. We have another person saying facts.
Hearts.
We had
clapping the hands.
we had a question about your statement though, and I want to answer it too. So Brittany
Yes.
says, does that mean you do too much for people? And Brittany, I would think no. That
No.
does not mean you do too much for people. But I want to hear your
Because
take on that.
Yeah, the reality is, you see, people always think that you're doing something for somebody. You're doing nothing for anybody, you know. Everything you do for you. Because energy, everything is energy, and energy is a wave. You go to a pool, you go to the sea, you push out water, and what happens? Even more comes back to you. So don't think you're doing anything to or for somebody. You're doing it to and for yourself. It's the
Nice.
same way in which you perceive if somebody is doing a perceived wrong to you, that they're doing it to you. They ain't do you
Doing it to-
nothing.
yep.
They're doing themselves, because that's what's going to come back multiplied onto them. Murphy's law, karmic law. You could never do too much for somebody. You could never.
Yes.
You're doing for yourself. The more you give, the more you pour
It's
out, the
gonna
more
come back.
you have the ability to be poured into. The digger you deep,
Yeah.
the digger, the more you dig deep and just plant it, the stronger those roots going to be. Don't ever feel like you're giving too much. You could never give too much, and you could never have too little to not give.
Damn, make
Michelle,
me
we
want
need
to
to-
slap myself.
Michelle, we need to have you here every day. I don't know how we can figure that out, but
Michelle's like, listen, slow your roll, buddy.
I'll be needing that every single day. I'm like, what is Michelle gonna come with today?
Matter of
Like
fact,
it's
Michelle, I'ma
it's
start
always
texting you every day,
needed.
for
It's
real, for
always
real.
timely. Definitely
problem,
appreciate
sister.
the message. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. I know
My pleasure.
I know those words are gonna make a big difference to a few people here this morning, and it always lifts me up. And I just wanted to let you know one thing, Michelle. You're amazing.
I couldn't go without that, right? Thank you.
I know. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Guys, one more time, Michelle. Every now and then, again, we always have new people popping in. So give them the social media just in case they want to follow you, and just give us a little bit of some of the things you have done as a professional, as the ultimate woman. Just let them know some of the things that you have done.
Sure, thank you so very much. We serve an ultimate creator, you know, so give thanks. We all have that ability to push forward and put our passion in action. So I am a motivational speaker, author, broadcaster, as well as marketer. I've been in the broadcast industry for more than 2 decades. To date, I have published 3 books. One is a collection of poetry titled Soul Spection, available on Amazon. The children's books. One is titled Magic Words with Max, which seeks to promote manners. It's all about those magic words of please and thank you. Now I'm 2 is a celebration of the terrific 2-year-olds that we have in our lives. And this year, I am getting ready to publish another book, and it's by Rego Global. Amazing stuff with that. We have 15 influential women from Trinidad, each contributing a chapter, sharing their challenges and how they were able to power through them and the lessons that they would have learned. It's all about woman empowerment, women supporting women, understanding that womanhood is a celebration and we are stronger together.
Nice.
With that, it gave birth to other versions. So we have a Barbados version that comes out on the 8th of March.
Nice.
And then we have a Jamaican version. And although I am jumping the gun, I'm still happy to say that Maca Diamond has said yes to that.
Yes.
So, Bonnie!
Yes. One of the viewers here said that you should have something called Messages for Your Spirit by Michelle. They say they're buying that.
No, I think that's.
I love that.
No, wait.
Yo,
I love that.
right. Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yes.
There is a book that I'm working on now, and it's called 365 Days of Singing in the Sunshine and Dancing in the Rain. So it's like a daily word of inspiration with different quotations that I coined to just help you quickly remember. So it's like an affirmation that you give yourself in the day and my explanation behind it.
Right.
I like it.
Yes.
What's your IG handles one last time? Are you on Twitch, Michelle? Do you have a Twitch account?
I think I opened one thanks to y'all.
Right.
But I've never used it. I really use it to
interact.
do everything GMGT. But Michelle Borrell TT is my handle everywhere.
All right, so y'all got it. Michelle MICHELL TT. Michelle Borrell TT, right?
Yes, that's
all right.
correct.
So BORREL.
BORELL.
Okay, all right, got it. So MICHELLE BORELL TT, and you can find that across
1R, 1L.
1R, 1L. Look at me messing this damn thing up. Find her across all social media platforms, guys. You can find her on IG, Twitter, where else? Facebook, and
TikTok. I TikTok a lot.
She TikToks a lot. Go check her out.
Maybe too much.
All right. Gigi, if you're still with us, can you post Michelle handles? Consuela, you can do me the favor and post Michelle handles. We're gonna post it for you. There's a DJ in here asking for your handles, so we're gonna push it.
Thank you.
Put it out there, guys. Definitely follow Michelle.
Who is this DJ?
DJ Honeyflow.
Honeyflow.
Yes.
I like that.
I like it too. I like it. I always happy to see all these creative names that people come up with. So guys, that's it. Have an amazing weekend, Michelle. Again, thank you for always coming and dropping the word. Always appreciative.
My pleasure.
You're amazing.
I want that recorded, please.
I'm gonna do it for you. I promise you. I'm gonna have silence fix it up for you, but I'm gonna put it down and we're gonna get it to you. I promise you that. When is your birthday again?
Thank you. 13th of April.
No, that's too far. Christmas. I'll get it for you. That's your Christmas gift from me.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you.
Okay. Guys, we out of here. The Wake Up Call, new time, 7 to 10. Michelle Borrell here with us every Friday to give us the word. And y'all know she's always amazing. Just like yourselves. We're going to take the break. We back live again at 12 for the midday therapy. Silence and myself will be here. Y'all know how we do this, man. Good music, good times. Where the culture lives. We out.
Bye.
Good morning. Yeah. Good morning. Oh, na. Boom blast. Oh, as I bust the door is a movie. Plenty sexy girl looking groovy. It's like so much of them I'm choosy. My God, the girl them unruly. As I reach the bar, I meet Susie. Then she introduced me to Rudy. She showed me something to control me. If I say what I see, they might sue me. One look and a chance in one thing until it's done. It's the way the girl them just do it and carry on. When they make up their face, wind back and start to perform. Make me put on me and pan me head like me just get hard. Watch thing, make me jump and sing. Watch thing, can't step on body balancing. Watch thing, whining in and out of time, me them spread out and gone like keep producing. Watch thing, when they bubble and start back it up. Watch thing, make the thing explode if it out. Oh Lord, I am tempted to touch when them legs apart and them open it up. I say, whoa, this party I have plenty thing. Oh Lord, I say, watch thing. Hey, whoa, this party I have plenty thing. It's plenty thing. Hey, it's only stronger man vodka. 2 sip and it's a new chapter. Head spinning round like a chopper. All the meat and she back like lobster. Them gal in here not to play with. They look bumbo sexy too erotic. Pum pum, short sex rated. What they have on a sweat the naked. Hey. One look and a chance in one thing until it's done. It's the way the gal them just do it and carry on. When they make up their face, wind back and start to perform. Make me put on me and pan me head like me just get hard. Watch thing, make